Stimulating your child's active and curious mind is no easy task, but the Children's Museum of the Lowcountry is here to help. President and CEO Karen Coltrane is back in the studio with me today for another week of what to do with your kids and your family. Welcome back, Karen. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so first, it's October.
Yes.
What can we do with our kids now that it's officially the fall?
It is officially the fall, so it's a great time to be outside. And with our neighbors at the Charleston Museum, they're hosting a community day at the Dill Sanctuary this Saturday between 10 and 1. At 580 acres, the Dill Sanctuary Wildlife Preserve is the largest area of privately protected land on James Island. The museum staff will be on hand to discuss the archaeological research and natural resource management that happens at the sanctuary, and visitors can take guided tours and participate in educational children's activities. So it should be really fun for the families.
And I know now it's spooky season in October.
I know.
And I know you have a one-of-a-kind experience to talk about at the Dock Street Theater.
I do, and I'm going to tell you, you can go and see. I'm going to be there too because this is so fun.
Yeah.
For children over 3 years old, and you and I are both that,
okay,
so we can go. Clue on Stage is happening later this month at the Dock Street Theater. Both parents and children and even grandparents should enjoy seeing the board game come to life in an on-stage comedy. I understand all the suspects are at the Spooky Mansion on a dark, stormy night, including Miss Scarlet, Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum, Mr. Green, Mrs. White, and Mrs. Peacock.
Nice. All right, this next one I'm really excited about. I'm a huge Darius Rucker fan. What's coming up with Darius?
Well, we kind of just figured that out.
Yes.
We both have that
We're
in
big
common.
fans.
We're big fans. At the Riverfront Revival at Riverfront Park, just seeing Darius Rucker is enough for me.
Yep.
But there are many more performers, and it's a family-friendly event with two children younger than 10 are admitted free with a festival pass holder, someone over 21 years old. So let me say that clearly. If you are a festival pass holder over 21, you can bring in 2 children under the age of 10 for free.
Yeah, you don't even think about kids being there. I went last year, it was a blast. So that's a great experience for them too.
Yeah. Yeah, and great music, and Darius Rucker.
Okay, so now we're getting back to the museum. You guys offer so much, but you also offer a lot for children who have sensory needs.
We do, and I'm very excited to talk about this program. Museum's done it for quite a while. We're all very proud of it. So we look forward to every other Sunday morning, the second and fourth Sundays, from 10 until noon. So you always state we open at noon, but we open at 10 for families with special needs during that time. We have free admission for the children and families that come. You have to pre-register on our website at explorecml.org. So it's Children's Museum of Lowcountry, explorecml.org. But pre-register, and families with special needs can come in during that special time. The reason we have them pre-register is we do cap it because we want the museum to not be as crowded during that time. The lights are a little lower, everything's quieter for children with sensory concerns. And we have kits that help families if calming blankets, different things that can help a family really enjoy the museum to the fullest extent possible.
It's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And every week you give a Palmetto parenting tip. So what's your tip of the week?
Well, this tip is something that we don't always talk about, but we all deal with, and that is with whining. I actually thought of this because I read a quote. It wasn't talking about kids, it was talking about grown-ups, but it said complaining without offering a solution is called whining. And it made me think about how frustrating it can be for parents if their children exhibit a spell of whining. But it's very common behavior for children and a normal part of human development. But it is certainly annoying. But it can also be a great chance to teach children how to communicate more effectively. If you find yourself confronted with a whining child, or adult for that matter, acknowledge their feelings so they can feel heard and validated. So something like, I know you really want that toy. I hear a lot of parents in the museum say things like, no, you can't have that toy. And I understand it, believe me. But by first saying, I know you want that, but we can't do that right now. But then set clear expectations and consequences so children can do better when they understand the rules. So whining isn't a nice way to talk. If you want to keep whining, you won't get what you want. Of course, then stick to it. That's one of the hardest things as a parent, and I know that. This will help children learn to respect boundaries and follow directions. Next, tell them how to communicate effectively. Instead of whining, you can say, I am hungry, can I have a snack please? Then praise them when they do it right. Children really do respond well to positive reinforcement and encouragement.
Another very important tip. I'm sure a lot of parents at home are listening to that one.
Because they've been listening to whining.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, we just talked about the sensory concerns that you guys can address there at the museum. How can people find you guys?
We are at 25 Ann Street downtown, and look forward to seeing everyone. We got the holidays coming, we got the cooler weather coming. Museum's a great place to get the wiggles out and still have a great day.
Amazing. Karen, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And if you and your family want to check out the Children's Museum of the Lowcountry, the address, hours, and contact information are on your screens now. They're open weekdays and Saturdays from 9 to 5 and Sundays from noon to 5.